You got this one?
That was an awkward dance.
See, last
I
episode,
got, I
y'all
got, I
didn't
got,
know who was going to start.
I
Now,
got, I
this
got, I got,
episode,
I
we
got.
both was
I'm bringing
hesitant.
some energy in this drill. I'm bringing some energy too. Are you ready? All right, bet.
We keeping this. We keeping this. The
Oh
fans can
shit.
see this. The
Oh
fans
shit.
seeing this, man. Last
This is
episode, we didn't
awkward.
know
This is
who was
awkward,
going to
guys. I'm
start.
sorry. This is awkward.
Now we ain't know how we gonna do it this time. But man, I'm your boy Real Vaz, man. That's my man Scoop, and this Uppercut
We
podcast,
back,
man.
man.
We
We
back
back.
with another episode, man. More content is coming y'all way, man. We love bringing y'all this content. Make sure y'all showing us some love as we love y'all guys back, man. I know you wanted to say something to everybody as well, Scoop.
I'm giving away some 16-ounce gloves, guys. Brand new Everlast 16-ounce gloves, never used. Check out our Instagram, our Twitter. We'll have info posted up on there. I said this in my last video. Follow the rules on the post, and it'll tell you what you have to do to win these
Yep.
gloves.
Yep.
Also, make sure y'all following us and turn on post notifications. So whenever we drop, you guys can see when we get a video, whether it's YouTube or Instagram. Make sure y'all turn on post notifications. But what are we talking about today, Rel? We were just talking about sign, man.
Yeah, we was talking about something off camera, man, and we just wanted to, just press record real quick, man. Like, boxing is at a certain state right now. I don't think we're in our glory days, but we're better than we was a few years ago. Um, MMA is thriving right now. What can I say? I think MMA is at its peak right now. I think we have some of the most brilliant, strongest, creative fighters we've ever had. Like, as the athletes grow, they only get better and develop, get more athletic. You know what I'm saying? Which one right now is the biggest or the best? Like, because I'm a real big boxing fan. Like, I'll go first. I'm a real big boxing fan, but I'm also a huge fan of MMA. Like,
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan. I love the fighting game. I love this, one-on-one, mano-a-mano, man versus man, woman versus woman. Can your will be stronger than my will? That's the thing with these fighting combat sports. What do you think right now is helping UFC thrive, and why do you think that it's comparable to boxing right now?
Well, for one, I think it's more exciting because we're using more weapons than just these. You get to
Mm.
do this. You get to choke somebody out. You get to kick someone. You get to knee someone. It's just so many ways you can inflict damage on somebody. And as far as MMA compared to boxing, because boxing is just it's just these, and the gloves are not as small as UFC. So I just feel
Mm-hmm.
like that aspect just makes it a little bit more exciting. And it's like boxers, some people boxing styles is moving around, whereas though MMA, most guys are coming forward. You know what I'm saying? Or fighting at a specific distance, not running around. Kind of, I guess you could say. That's just want to say. The art of boxing is sometimes people move around. That's just their style.
Yep.
So you rarely do you see any of that going on in MMA. These guys are trying to take each other out, whether it's on the ground, whether it's up top, whether it's in a clinch. No matter what it is, these guys are trying to take each other out. So that's why I feel like it's just a little bit more exciting. I also feel like boxing, the best is not fighting the best, and the UFC is doing a great job of making sure the best people are fighting the best people. And that's the
Mm-hmm.
one thing that I like about the UFC, and that's why I feel like they got a lot of fans. The best is gonna fight the best. Simple as that. And if you don't, and the guy Dana White, he got the type mentality. If you don't want to fight the best, get out of here. I don't
Yep.
want you here. I don't need you. I built this whole company by myself. I got plenty of fighters, plenty of people in Dagestan, plenty of people in Brazil, plenty of people here. I can find a new you anywhere.
Yep.
And I feel like that's what we need more in boxing. Like somebody that's gonna put their foot down, like, bro, we don't need you. And that's what's making these guys fight each other. Like, yo, like my boss might fire me. So, that's why I feel like UFC is just a little bit more exciting than boxing, I guess you could say.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I definitely think it starts back like even earlier than today, before the 90s. This started in the 70s and 80s when different belts were introduced in boxing. I think that's when, more of what you just said, like, fighters not fighting the best, fighters not fighting, the very number one guy or number two guy, with more belts in boxing now. This is the four belt era. You could literally see four like lightweight right now, one of the most stacked divisions, but you're not seeing some of the best fights being made right now, just because they don't want to either lose that O, which is another thing with boxing. They don't want to lose that O, or they just don't want to take that certain risk. You know, with
Yeah.
boxing, they're making so much money now without having to fight the best of the best that is like sometimes taking a risk isn't worth it. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? That's how a lot of fighters is brought up. You know, I definitely think that in the newer age, Floyd, a lot of dudes look up to Floyd. A lot of dudes don't want to be a loser, known as the guy who lost. And but for whatever reason, it's starting to just keep on going. I feel like it's going to a certain level now where it's downright like disrespectful to the sport. Like Floyd may not have lost, he might not have fought everyone at the best time, and I do agree with that. He still fought a lot of great champions though,
He
and he
fought the
fought a
most
lot of
world
good,
champions, the
and he
most.
fought a lot of good fighters. You know, I don't think some of them were at their best, but he still fought them. Like some of these dudes not even fighting champions at all, and they 20, 30 fights in,
Yeah.
which is just like
Some of these
ridiculous.
guys, not to cut you off, real, but some of these guys are like 32 years old and still prospects.
Yeah,
You're 32 years old.
yeah.
Why are you still a prospect? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. You're going to have to fight
In,
someone eventually.
in terms of the science, I do think they do call boxing a sweet science for a reason. It is more appealing to my eye. I will say that. You feel me? If we're talking about appealing, you know, what you would rather watch, I do think that boxing is way more sweet. I love to see dudes throw different kind of combinations and use just their hands with it, see how good their footwork get them. Because there's different styles in boxing, just like it's different styles in MMA. But at least we're both going to be standing up, you know, fist to fist. You know, with MMA, the styles vary from different way. Because, like you said, some dudes are better at taekwondo, some
Yeah.
dudes are kickboxers, some dudes are wrestlers, some dudes are straight boxers. Like it's
Yeah.
different styles. There's so
Yeah.
many more different styles in MMA, and I think that they kind of have unlimited access to do anything. Like those fights
Yeah.
get crazy. Those
Yeah.
fights
I
get
just
crazy.
feel like, right? I look at it like this, real, right? In UFC, you could be sharp in one department and be a world champion. You can't do that as boxing. Boxing, you gotta have an outside game, you gotta have an inside game. You gotta be smart, you gotta know what you're doing. Whereas on the UFC, you could be a Khabib and just wrestle someone the whole entire night and be the champion in that division because you're just so good at this one aspect,
Yep.
they can't mess with you. Or if you're so super good at striking, like Sean O'Malley, they can't
Yep.
beat you. You get what I'm saying? But then you got another style, let's just say kickboxing. You got a kickboxer that comes and he's just kicking you so much, you can't do
Yep.
nothing. And that's why I feel like boxing is a little bit more appealing to me. Like you said, the sweet science, like
Yep.
they got to be strong at every single department.
Yep.
You can't be weak in no department as a world champion in boxing. Not at all.
100%.
You feel me?
100%. 100%. Real quick before we get out of here, man, who's your favorite UFC fighter of all
I was about
time?
to ask you that too. I was like, who you mess with in UFC? But
Cause
I
go ahead,
like
you go
Charles
first.
Oliveira. Charles Oliveira, man. I don't know
Okay.
who Charles is. Charles is like fire, bro. He got like the most submissions in UFC. But not only does he do that, he's a come forward kind of Muay Thai guy. Though. Like he's elbowing
Mhm.
you. He also was a world champion. He beat Dustin Poirier. He beat Max
Mhm.
Holloway. He beat Michael Chandler. He beat Tony He beat so many people. Like the only person that he couldn't beat was Islam. You know what I'm saying? But either than that, he beat all the guys that's gonna go to the Hall of Fame. So,
Yep.
and he's just a nice guy. I don't know if you be seeing him, but he's just one of them guys like you just can't hate. Like he's shaking everybody's hand and all types of giving people hugs. It's just like one of them boys like you can't hate on him. Like just some people
Yeah.
you just cannot hate on. Like he's like a Tom Aspinall. Like you can't hate him. Like he just
Yeah.
do everything right. Like you
Everyone
know,
likes him.
yeah, like
Speaking of
you can't hate.
Aspinall, like
Yeah,
you know that whole situation with John Jones. I think John Jones is. I've got conflicting opinions about John Jones. My favorite fighter of all time is George St. Pierre, though. I
okay,
feel like
I like
he
that.
was just the balance, like good at here, good at here. If we're talking about dudes who was like, you know, maybe not specialized at one thing, but just good at everything, that was George St. Pierre. And I feel like he took on a lot of challenges. I mean, you have to in the UFC. There's no running.
Yeah,
So
everyone's good.
Yeah, everyone's good at the top level, and
At
I
the
feel
top level,
like
exactly.
he accomplished a lot. John Jones would, if we just get into a quick GOAT debate, like, do you have him as your GOAT? I just think the
Yeah,
steroid
I do. I don't
allegation
like that steroid stuff.
it's too much though. It's too much.
Yeah.
He got like 3 of them. That's what. Like, if you're gonna be the best of all time for a sport, you shouldn't be having so many. I get one, maybe.
I think it was two. I think it was two. One of them was like a thousandth of a milligram or something like that. So that's crazy. Like, come on now. Like, you gotta like they say it was literally the size of a piece of salt. So that's one of them joints. It's like, but the other one, I think he did do the other one. Well, the first one, I think he did the first one, and then the second one they said it was like a piece of salt. So I think the first one he was juicing though. He
I
was
just think
juicing.
it's too many allegations, and I don't know how many fights he fought like that either. It could be multiple that just was never caught. I do think in terms of like talent though, John Jones, yeah, he's the greatest.
And just knowing and understanding fighting.
Yeah, he's the greatest in terms of
Like,
just
bro,
talent.
he's
Yeah.
kicking you, spinning, grabbing you, elbowing you, bro. It must hurt.
Power. He had length.
Bro,
he
it must hurt. Think about it. Like, I look at it like this, right? This is how I debate someone in the GOAT. Dana White said it the best, right? He said, you like two people in a room. Who's coming out that room? I think John Jones comes out that room every single time. I'm just being honest.
He's a dog. Like, he's a dog. He's a different mental breed than a lot of people. Mentally.
He's kind of crazy.
For good or, I was about to say for good or worse. You feel me? He's kind of crazy. But, all in all, UFC and boxing are two combat sports, where we go to for our entertainment. I do think that both will continue to grow. Both have great fighters. You know what I'm saying? I think right now I'm still going to be a boxing guy. I'm always going to lean boxing. But UFC right now has had the fights where it's like, yo, you can't not look away. Like, extremely entertaining.
They matchmaking is ridiculous. They like whoever's they matchmaker, bro. And it's not like he just matchmaking. He's putting great styles up against each other. Bro. They say styles make fights. He's not putting wrestler against wrestler. Like, he's making sure like it's good styles clashing against each other, which I like about the UFC. That I feel like boxing has to go toward. But I'm with you though. Like, boxing, it just holds a little sweet spot in me. Like, I've always been a boxing fan. I'm a boxer myself. So like, it's hard to not like boxing, bro. It's like, and it's been around longer. So it's like, it's more history and lineage, you know what I'm saying, than just MMA is gonna. I feel like MMA is gonna be on the level of boxing, but MMA just got started. So it's like, it's gonna take a while to get there,
Needs another 25, 50 years of history.
Yeah, then it'll be kind of like on the same, kind of same playing field, but it's kind of like uneven right now. Boxing, everyone watches boxing. You know what I'm saying? Not everyone watches MMA. I tell you that.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
But there are those who don't watch boxing and watch UFC. I do know people like that.
More so the newer people, but older people, boxing for sure.
Yeah,
they're going. Like, this new generation, of course, MMA, but like the older our people, our old heads and our aunts, uncles, they always gonna go boxing first. Trust. I can stand on that. But let us know, like, what do y'all watch? Y'all watch boxing? Y'all watch MMA? Like, what do y'all watch? You feel me?
Comment down below what y'all
tapped into a boxing podcast, so y'all better watch boxing. Y'all better not come on here talking this UFC talk on my pod, yo. Yeah, let us know what y'all find more exciting, boxing or MMA.
Yes, sir, man. And we about to get out of here, man. Let us know what other videos we should do, other topics we should talk about. Do you want us to lean more UFC? What y'all want to hear us talk about in boxing? Just let us know down in the comments. Continue to show us love, man. We love bringing you all this content. We're on all platforms, X, Instagram, and TikTok. Make sure y'all follow us over there. Subscribe to us on YouTube. You got anything to say, Scoop?
These gloves, again, I'm doing a giveaway. Please follow our Instagram for a chance to win on these 16-ounce Everlast gloves. And till next time, y'all. It's been real.
Yes, sir. We out.